Wow, what a day. Been in the thick of it today. And it's so funny. It's been flowing all the way through to divine feminine. And then once I got to the divine masculines, everything went haywire. So it must be what they're going through. So those of you, if you are awake in the world and in the members hub, we're streaming this live. I have pre-recorded divine feminines. It's uploaded to the members. It'll be open on Monday. So wherever you're watching this video, hopefully the videos will be open to the public. Now, I am changing the memberships around. So if you're noticing some switch ups, I'm adding Discord to the membership hub. And that's going to provide you guys with individual access, which bear with me over the weekend. I'll try and integrate everything. And we're going to have a change of the levels. Everything's going to stay pretty much the same, apart from the fact you're going to have different features. So we'll talk about that after, and I'll do an update in the members hub. But in the interim, we're going to look at divine masculines update. So, okay, they're thinking about the S years. It's like, oh, the days when everything was simple. They want to get into a path where things feel more in alignment for them. They're a bit confused as to how that's going to look. So it could be that they feel a little bit, down in the dumps, really not feeling so great. There is a bit of cloudiness here, and I would say it's because we are moving, by the time we get into the theoretical volume 4, which is the last week of June, moving into July. It does make sense. With Neptune being in Pisces, it's the crown chakra in reverse, so it can be foggy, maybe feeling a little bit disillusioned. Definitely their ideal is they want to get to this happy, grounded space. And I'm noticing that they're feeling like, it's almost they're making sacrifices to try and get these things done. It's funny, with the Lord in reverse, I'm actually not getting any signal that this person is not being divine. I feel it's more they're dealing with some conflict, and they feel that in order to get what they're wanting, they're going to need to make a sacrifice. And that can be very emotional, so to speak, for them through that process. There could be some information that comes in, and I feel this is what they're thinking about. They're thinking about maybe what people will say. But again, the attachment, it's almost like it doesn't make sense to them. So if they're basing their circumstances and their choices on what will people say, some information and gossip might have come in which could have disturbed the peace. But at the same time, I feel they're in that monkey mind, as well as knowing that they're, to choose bliss and to choose the happiest space that is really going to resonate with them. It is about this acceptance, I feel, that they're coming to. And I feel if they are feeling quite disillusioned and doing a lot of shadow work, I feel they're kind of moving into this realm where they're reaching acceptance. I do feel where they were stuck and they were feeling they didn't want to jump in the deep end, I feel they're moving to the past with that. And I feel those notions of really not wanting to jump in the deep end with divine feminine and have this commitment, they've actually realized they've directly attracted the polar opposite, which has required so much more commitment of them. And so they're kind of looking whether those things that they were interacting with, if that commitment was actually there. Now, what do I mean by that? It's like, okay, these, we go in where angels spare to tread, then end up being dragged down, bogged down, making more sacrifices. So spiritually, I think that they've seen the yin to the yang. This might have been that this pocket of individuals that I'm channeling today, moving into the last week of June and moving into July, I feel subconsciously a lot of these people are actually having breakthroughs, and I feel they're having a revelation that in previous connections they had to make a lot of sacrifices, and their beliefs based on connections were based on sacrifices. But I do feel subconsciously there could be some conflict. There may be an argument with an individual. I'm really picking up this as a karmic. I don't know why I'm picking this up, but there could be a conflict with an individual. This could be mentally speaking, or it could be yeah, it's white noise. I'm hearing white noise. I'm hearing conflict. I feel this could be an altercation with somebody. They know deep down that nothing has changed. So if this is happening on a psychological level, I feel there's an acceptance that it hasn't changed. Even though they're mentally arguing with themselves, I could have done better. It could have been better. Why didn't it happen? Spiritually, I feel within their emotions, they're really wanting to work with an individual who's willing to work with them. And what do I mean by that? Somebody who's spiritual, somebody who's empathetic and understanding. I do feel they drank from the wrong cup. Again, there could be a circumstance surrounding family that they're needing direct support with. This also could be a divine masculine that is moving home. Also, considering we are moving into a new moon in Cancer, I'm kind of getting a crappy situation playing out this week for those that are in karmic connections. I'm seeing from the cards there could be a conflict that's playing out, and that could be very stifling to be in. You know, it might be like they're in the eye of the storm. They're having, you know, toxicity and conflict with this individual or individuals. I'm hearing individuals. I feel they're trying to play their cards right, but at the same time, I do feel for some they're getting communication coming in. They might send you an SOS. Wow. I feel whatever this is that's going down, for some it's going to be a conflict with a karmic individual. It may be a little bit too close to home. It might be that these two people are living in a location and the emotions relating to Neptune is triggering the individuals to reach conflict point. However this is playing out for them, I think it's automatically jumping to, oh my goodness, like I really need to deal with this. And I do feel they're communicating. There could be a text message that Divine Feminine receives. They are looking at you as the High Priestess. They could be giving you some information. For some, it can be that they're being kicked out of a home. For others, it can be that they're actually kicking an individual out of a home, or they're directly moving. There's something, though. Something's being left out in the cold. But they are directly thinking about you, and there is regret here. I feel they're kind of coming in to give you a bit of a heads up of what they've been through. There is healing as they're moving forward. They are wanting to heal this. And I do feel to a point they're also wanting to just recover through all this toxicity. Now, I did pull in the last read for Divine Feminine, and we have been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and it may proceed. We're actually getting a lot of insight in it. So, yes, definitely look at this read from a perspective also, Divine Feminines, of where you can use your masculine energy. So emotionally, I would definitely say there's something that you're trying to fix, something that you're trying to repair. You're using a lot of your masculine energy on this circumstance. It might be your career sector. It could be healthy boundaries. If there's a drama with a group dynamic, hey, Swate, I kind of get that you're trying to keep out of the drama, but if you have to put your foot down, I kind of feel where you're going to, and you may actually walk out the house, but that's within your masculine energy. Now, Divine Masculine, after this read, we'll do the karmic, and then I'll have a chat in the members room because we've got lots of new things coming. Okay, so what they're moving away from at the moment is this massive burden that's really holding everything in their heart. And it's funny because I literally heard the Omoran song. So if any of you haven't seen it, go and have a look. I think it has a subliminal message for you. It's called Omoran Icebox, Where My Heart Used to Be. And I feel the thawing out of it. And it's so funny, you know, we've got this warrior of the heart. We had the heart chakra. And I mentioned rainbow this morning, and we do have the storms and the rainbow, you know, something coming out of darkness. So I feel the good part is they're realizing they can't maintain this heavy energy. They can't maintain holding this situation up because it's very conflicting. Yeah, it's almost like they've lived it so long that it feels ever so toxic. And so it's like this release. It's like this acceptance of, you know, I'm really foggy. You know, where is my bliss? I need my bliss. The gods must be crazy. And I feel this card and this card is the same thing my guides are showing me. And it's to do with sacrifices they made. And there are reasons why we make sacrifices. But in this instance, I do feel it's that they feel they've exercised too much of that, and it's just broken them right down. So it's like broken them down to the ground. They're having to remove themselves. They're needing a bit of a break. Now, the bad part of this is they're having a revelation that they could have got out of this a very long time ago. That can be very upsetting. I feel once they hit the ground and once they're grounded and they can think more logically, I feel that this has served purpose. And I do get this vibe that they're almost like, oh my gosh, I should have seen the writing on the wall. But regardless of whatever that is, it did start impacting their health. And it might have been that they were substituting, could have been drinking, might have been doing something else in a Band-Aid effect to deal with it. And it's so much tension coming through in the third eye. especially with the insight. There you go, third eye, crown chakra, kind of really foggy. Look at the way they feel puzzled. It's really swirling around up there. And I get this vibe that the bad side of it is the experience itself was hard. Thinking about it is difficult. Once they get some space from this, it's almost like they're logically going to look at it like, gosh, I can't believe I went through that. Now, the ugly side of it is they've been losing sleep. This has been affecting their sleep. This is a little bit like PTSD. It's like, good God. You know, there's medicine through the third eye, but there's also a feeling, it's this revelation that's like, well, you know, why do I let this happen? It's so funny. It almost looks like an elephant tusk. It could have been where they felt directly obliged due to tribe. It might have been their conditioning, or it could have been a direct 3D circumstance with family. It may be that this individual is living with a family, i.e. a partner in a home. We've got a move out happening here. We've got multiple options, but I don't feel this is anything, how do I put it? I don't think it's anything shady. I feel it's resolve. I feel there's a lot of resolve coming through here in Divine Masculine's read today. The two factors. Oh, let's read this. The ugly part. Required is the creation of anything are to want it and allow it, or desire and believe. Usually once people have focused upon problems enough that they have disallowed their well-being. Yeah, it's almost like it did, but I told you, our medicine is like, oh my gosh, the only time I have peace and quiet is at night time. Or maybe I can go to bed and when I wake up, like the Cinderella effect, it'll be all over. We've all been there. So I feel that the dis-ease, the ugly truth was, oh my gosh, I actually, the good, the bad, the ugly, I actually know I'm happier. My body was telling me I needed to slow down, or I needed to have some peace. My intuition was there. I was trying to work out how to heal it, but it is, sometimes we can't heal other people. And I think when we're in connections, when we're in a karmic cycle, when we have this conditioning, which is relating to lineage and what we feel we have to be, we can't make the world happy. That's kind of the conundrum. So I feel there's this revelation for the Divine Masculine that it's sort of like, well, you know, this has been keeping me up. It's been making me feel really run down. Some of these things are out of my control. Is there a solution? Okay, no. Then I need to take myself to the bliss, get myself grounded. I'll be more helpful both to myself and other individuals. This can be coming through, you know, very scattered, very flighty, but I think it's due to the circumstances. Now, I feel as we proceed through the week, there may be a needing to have a moment, but I still do see through the cards at the heart of it that there's a potential of communication. This could be coming through where they accidentally bump into you. It may be that they're connecting with you at a home, but I'm getting a vibe that there's communication because we do have the letter coming through here. I feel they've gone from one extreme to another. I feel after they've moved and they've got grounded, however that's playing out. I feel they're going to want to go somewhere that they can be understood. I think whatever this was, it maybe has been a long time coming. I get this vibe that there's a revelation that something has been done in the dark, but I don't think this is on Divine Masculine side. I do feel this kicked off as we had the full moon in Sagittarius. And although that has passed, I feel there's still, you know, they had to get grounded. They had to really adapt to whatever this was. This could have been a lot of things popping off at once. I feel as we move towards this new moon, There's going to be a bit of shadow work, but there's going to be a need to hibernate. And I feel they're looking at what their next step's going to be. They're looking at where they gave their power away. And I feel it's almost like, even though we'll be moving into the new moon in Cancer, I get this vibe they're not going to jump in the deep end right away. Now, they might want to reach out to you. And I'm going to pull a chakra card because we've got the hanky-panky card coming up there. But my guides are showing me that maybe a karmic did betray divine masculine. And it doesn't have to be in an intimate way, but it's also where in the heart of hearts, you know, they could be a little bit growly at themselves for picking past tense partners, choices they made. But again, I'm kind of feeling this could be information that came through. Separately, I do feel there's a sense that this person could want affection. They could be needing that. I know it did come up for divine feminine. Yeah, this can be them wanting to come and see you. I feel they're wanting to come and see you. They kind of know that in the heart of it, oh gosh, you're going to think, is this where it's going? And I feel they're actually just really wanting to see you. I feel there are things, and my guides are telling me again, listen to what they're saying. I wouldn't say guide the conversation, but I'd say don't jump in the deep end with the, 21 questions. Just slow down a bit. Because I do get this vibe, it's almost blocking what they want to tell you. We've got Mercury here. We've got a lot of communication coming in divine feminine. So I feel it's about listening. This can be in the body language. It can be what they're saying. I feel instinctually you're going to know. And it can even be in their behavior. But I just get this feeling. This person's a bit, I could say embarrassed to articulate how they're feeling. And I think if you can just lower the guard a little bit and listen, I think you might hear something. There's something of a grievance here, but they do want to express how they feel towards you. Okay, what is this going to be to do with? How they feel about you. I feel they're wanting a direct connection. But it's supposed to come down to, if there's crossness and anger, and there has been angst in the past, the spiritual message that I'm getting on the card, what it's saying is, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. And that's really where we're going to get that great communication. And I feel these wounds that either this person has either, had in their own life as well as connected in, there's guilt relating to it. But I feel that there's going to be a conversation to do with the connection. They're trying to have this, but if there's anger, it's going to cause conflict. I'll be back shortly and we will do the karmic third party update. I feel something's popped off here and I do feel it's gone a bit nasty. There's a bit of heartbreak here, but I don't feel it's because, oh my God, I've lost the love of my life. I feel it's offended. It's fatigued. It's tired. Love and light. I'll see you soon and I'll give you an update shortly about all the juicy news and the Members Hub.